the light from here, your conscience would not be so clear. Take your best shot, won't shake me down, and just forsake me now. Don't be so quick to call me rude. It wasn't pride that broke my code. One man can live by reason, another calls it treason. with a flag like the one that is black. What becomes of a man who runs with the deadliest scum of the land? In his way there is nothing to stand. Once it is done you'll be dust in the wind. Still a plunder, the lover of violence, born into poverty, bred into sun. In his veins runs blood that is blessed. Upon the black flag is the brotherhood's crest. Attack with my blade, blasting your neck like the Dracula face. Battle the tide, humbling waves, fighting through lightning and thunder and rain. Ready your muskets, sharpen your knives, leather the rungs of protecting your lives. Send up the flags, show them a bomb, fire the cannons and light up the storm. The black flag is rising, seeking retribution. He walks among pirates, his virtue is silence, his craft is illusion. Just an illusion. Climbing mass like an acrobat, leaving a massive bloodbath of aftermath. The captain, assassins back to back, Blackbeard that's clearly his habitat. Crack treasure bags, that's a fact. And if you have to ask, don't even ask for half. Nope, act surprise, you're back, you stab. Never forget that the jackdaw's flag is black, bitch. Have the denier of empires, keeper of secrets unknown. All that he touches will set fire. Now you're gonna reap what you sow. Here comes another Kenway. Show respect, his next move is checkmate. Take a second to get your head straight. Let your guard down, he'll make your neck break. Drink rum, make kills and get laid. He'll take your wife home and break your bed frame. Dead bodies across the deck lane. Toss them overboard, lose the dead weight. The black flag is rising, seeking retribution. He walks among pirates, his virtue is silence, his craft is illusion. Industrial one, but I would not call me lucky coming up from the slums. Nobody's wondering why I hardly trust anyone, cause if you're free from corruption then you must be a nun. You've got an army of thugs, then let me bloody them up. Don't lay a hand on my coat unless you wanna be cut. I'll pummel you with brass knuckles, leave you ugly as f. Then wipe your blood off my gauntlet and act like nothing is up, because I'm keeping up appearances within my syndicate. If you're polluting my community, I'm catching wind of it. I'm making history with every single day I'm living it. I'll leave a bigger footprint than frickin' Charles Dickens did, cause my name is as famous as David Copperfield is. Child labor's popular, my god that's awful for kids. I'm trying to stop these hard times from getting harder than this, but I still got great expectations, now that's an Oliver twist. Ha! Keep the children out of factories, you can haul your own coal, sew your own tapestries. If
you're living lavishly, that'll end in tragedy. I'll knock you off your balcony and leave the rest to gravity. Here's my manifesto, it's practically a rhapsody. Who the knew beneath this classy jacket I'd be packing heat? I'm a fashion masterpiece, sent by the Assassin's Creed. If you're an aristocrat, now's the time to flatter me. That dude is fly with that suit and tie. He don't mess around. She's by his side, nowhere to hide when they come to town. There's assassin in their veins. Every Templar will be slain. A time to live, a time to fight. Now it's your time to die. Yo, leave it to me and Evie to keep these streets clean. That ain't gonna be easy. No, the name's Jacob Fry. If you can't wait to die, inside my cane I hide a blade with which I take your life. I'm taking over Devil's Acre with this gang of mine. Drinking bitter, we prefer it to the taste of wine. When we got a problem, we assassinate the guy. Pick your pocket, take your hostage, any way to make it by. Take your eyes off my sister, man, she ain't your wife, but she may slice you wide open with a table knife. Call us crooks, soon enough we'll make you change your mind. Join the ropes if you love it when the stakes are high. I've climbed higher steeples, I've scaled bigger bends. You don't believe me? Take a swim in the river Thames. That dude is fly with that suit and tie. He don't mess around. She's by his side, nowhere to hide when they come to town. Send corruption to its grave. Hidden blades decide your fate. You'll pay the price for your life of crime when it's your time to die. Welcome to London, city of the paupers. Don't think you're safe cause you were brought up prim and proper. You really ought to watch her, back you got a stalker. 6-shot revolver, let's see who can draw first. But if you draw last, you're gonna drop fast. I'll pull my hook down and throw on my top hat. Quick with the cookery, don't make me prove my skill. I'll take these orphans out the textile and put you through the mill. Long as I complete my mission, doesn't matter who I kill. Bet your ass Jack the Ripper's got some massive shoes to fill. Knock me off the tracks, I'll come back with direction. Nowhere to run and you have no protection. You can thank Darwin, natural selection. That dude is fly with that suit and tie. He don't mess around. She's by his side, nowhere to hide when they come to town. There's assassin in their veins. Trust in them, they'll take the reins. When your injustice comes to life, it's your time to die. In the holy land, his blood runs on the golden sands. A strong head on his shoulder stands. The Templars will have broken necks, hidden where enemies linger, cause he's always been a keen thinker. And he don't need a ring finger with a blade up his sleeve. He's the youngest master assassin. He can blend in with the masses. From Messiah to Damascus, you cannot stop him from happening. The Assassin's Creed is his song. After his death it will play on. The crusade for liberation. Hide your crosses cause he'll break them.
I'll show you why. Won't survive the night just before you die. Look in my eyes and see the light. You know I'm the one where I come from. I'm the reason why people are
heroes are gonna go down. Going blood drunk as the swords clash, cutting heads off while on horseback. He's a man everyone wants dead, but his whole plan's staying on track. Hell-bent on getting vengeance from vigilante to legend. Giving a couple of tricks to Desmond, smashing heads in, it's genetic. All the way from Venice to Forlì, they gon' know the name of the Torre. He's a master assassin of swordplay, and he's pretty practiced with foreplay. Reason why he should let you live. Don't piss off a Kenway, because when they catch you they'll never forgive. He's gotta avenge his tribe, taking names and taking lives. Born into a revolution, and no, he's not taking sides. Been ripping through red coats ever since he discovered his dead folks. So instead of keeping it diplomatic, he's shoving it back down their throats with a tomahawk and a hidden blade. Cause he's sick of playing your British games. He will cut you down and spit on your graves when he celebrates Independence Day. Life at sea, you better believe's the life for me. I come from the likes of thieving pirates, so you don't want your wives near me. Now with a couple of rusty muskets ready to cover you chaps in blood, as I leap from the mast to land on your ass with the tip of the blade that you've been stuck with. He demands all hands on deck as the captain takes the helm. A watery grave awaits you, all the foes he has faced and fell. Assassins have come and gone, into martyrs they made themselves. Who knows what the future holds? Now only fate can tell. I'll show you why won't survive the night just before you die. Look in my eyes and see the light. You know I'm the one, where I come from. I'm the reason why people like you should run. You from the start, on the day that you died, be the one who's I'm an assassin who can rap. You and Lynn and I'm digging your grave. After stabbing you in the back like a Caesar who didn't behave. On a cataclysmic path I brought the wrath of biblical plagues. Like a god, hey, call me Yahweh, bringing justice with hidden blades. This is a testament of my ways. If it's written down, I rip out the page. Left in the past, history stays. Even your mummy will wither decay. Filling canopic jars won't be hard. My personal ritual fade. I'm a master of my craft. Ask the Egyptian women I slay. Obituaries on a papyrus script. What kind of fun? It's hieroglyph. Call a noob, this man, this party's dying. Get a violin. I'm a frequent flyer, so I've got a lot of mileage. Kids who rule with iron fists. Osiris might forgive, but that shit I won't let fly. I'm all that's left of the Magi. Every river will run with the blood of your sins. I'm drinking from it like it's red wine. Time to bow to buy it. Drop the crown, you mouthy child. Think you're more than just a puppet, you must be drowning in denial.
I'm planting the seed of the family tree. By my hand, minds are free. Not a man, I'm a creed. I am the voice that beckons pharaohs unto that doom. Knowledge and choice, my weapons, sending you to your doom.
Ancient order has been taken over, but thankfully my DNA is nature's tape recorder. So from this point forward, I'll be sure to collect my genetic memoirs. 1,000 years from now, that's how we're gonna remember the Templars. Here I sit in solitude atop the Giza pyramid. I'd offer you a seat, but nobody else would appear to fit. Lonely at the top, I knew that when I started climbing. I hunt without the pack, you are the sheep, I am the lion. I pray in silence, show you what God can bleed. Torture and mummify them on their heads, don't write the creed. How long we've been fighting for? 40 days and nights or more. Been taking that time to design sarcophagi, and I'm sizing yours. Setting sail, and they'll take a new trail in my wake. Faces veiled, hidden blades, desecrate this sacred place. Your divines overrun, now the fight has begun. Feeble minds, silver tongues, eagle eyes, I've begun.
Planting the seed of the family tree. By my hand, minds are free. Not a man, I'm a creed. I'm planting the seed of the family tree. By my hand, minds are free. Not a man, I'm a creed.
Dear Father, I'm sorry you're not proud. Sparta's hard enough for a dropout. You should've watched me fall down. Hit the ground running, it's a marathon now. From marble, my heart's been carved out. Chisel the doubt off, vision is sharp now. Don't bother the bull if you're not into horns. You're bringing my inner minotaur. Knocked down and got frowned upon. Lost count of how far I've gone. I tower on Mount Olympus, now gods will bow, thunderclaps be gone. Fuck destiny, it never meant shit. What's family? I've been neglected. Tossed off a cliff, never dead. This rejected kid just got resurrected. If I wrote a poem, it would be epic. Take notes, Homer, I'm a legend. Cause I descended from Leonidas, and my touch is twice as deadly as Midas. One thing you're never gonna see, an army of 300 stopping me. Forget F4s and oracle prophecies, you're not in charge of me. Democracy. So far I don't gotta creep, but stopping corruption is my philosophy. Geometry, I've got degrees. Smart, since when can a Spartan read? Oh Herodotus, come along with me. You don't wanna miss another Odyssey. I'm an apologist for mythology, an Artemis reincarnate with archery. Poseidon retired, I gotta seize. Hercules is a cheap knockoff of me, cause I'm capable of double the colossal feats. But I don't want a gold medal, let me don a wreath. You're not gonna get a brain from an olive tree. If you wanna start a public argument, I'll give you some of Socrates and like to sip. Will Sparta kick you off this Acropolis? I keep an eye locked on my target. I've got cycloptic focus, so I won't be spotted with the local drunken lotus eating homeless. I'll be the strongest of any legend to ever become historic. I am a warrior, doesn't mean I'm gonna be heroic.
Broken down, shamed and betrayed. Can't back a blade with no name. I feel like changing the game. Your burn-out battle cries are in vain. Fought not for glory and fame. Vengeance cannot be contained. You're on too late, I became much more than just a blade with no name.
I'm like a colossus with no possible obstacle on earth to stop it. Have you heard how my grandpa turned Xerxes' armies into Persian carpets? This is his weapon that I wield, earned it, then learned to flaunt it. I hope you all brought a shield so I can return you on it. Threaten me and I'll respond with an effective phrase in laconic. Then just like an ancient tongue, when I'm done with you, you'll be long forgotten. Now you're in deep and you cannot swim. Blood in the water, shark fin, sight like Medusa, locked in. As my last victim, I rocked him. Malacca, hand over the artifacts. Their family heirlooms, I want them back. Apocalypse, I should be stopping that. Feel like Atlas, I got the world on my back. Forget the grace of gods, I already got a great cause. Restoring order doesn't mean I don't cause some chaos. With every combatant I battle, as soon as both our blades cross, they get the labyrinth look on them like they know that they lost. Predictable story, typical moral, just like when Icarus learned he was mortal. When I ask you ready for war, if you didn't know it's rhetorical.
Who sees through the eyes of an eagle? Who speaks for the silent and feeble? Who leaps from the height of a steeple? You sleep while she fights for the people. boom. Like the song of a siren, she's lethal. Precise to the eye of a needle. Titanic, unrivaled, unequal. Her creed is to die in a free world.
Broken down, shamed and betrayed. Can't back up, blade with no name. I feel like changing the game. You'll burn out, battle cries are in vain. Fought not for glory and fame. Vengeance cannot be contained. Don't run too late, I became much more than just a blade with no name.
Dear Father, I'm sorry and not proud. Sparta's hard enough for a dropout. You should've watched me fall down. Hit the ground running, it's a marathon now. From marble, my heart's been carved out. Chiseled the doubt, our vision is sharp now. Don't bother the bull if you're not into horns. You're bringing my inner minotaur out. Knocked down and got frowned upon. Lost count of how far I come. I tower on Mount Olympus. Now gods will bow, thunder clouds be gone. It's destiny, you never meant ish. What's family? You've been neglected. Tossed off a cliff, never dead. This rejected kid just got resurrected. If I wrote a poem, it would be epic. Take notes, Homer, I'm a legend. Cause I descended from Leonidas, and my touch is twice as deadly as Midas. One thing you're never gonna see, an army of 300 stopping me. Forget F4s and oracle prophecies, you're not in charge of me. Democracy, so far I don't gotta creep. And stopping corruption is my philosophy. Geometry, I've got degrees. Smart, since when can a Spartan read? Herodotus, come along with me. You don't wanna miss another Odyssey. I'm an apologist for mythology, an Artemis reincarnate with archery. Poseidon retired, I gotta seize. Hercules is a cheap knockoff of me, cause I'm capable of double the colossal feats. But I don't want a gold medal, let me don a wreath. You're not gonna get a break from an olive tree. If you wanna start a public argument, I'll give you some of Socrates and like to say, will Sparta kick you off this Acropolis? I keep an eye locked on my target. I've got cycloptic focus, so I won't be spotted with the local drunken lotus eating homeless. I'll be the strongest of any legend to ever become historic. I am a warrior, doesn't mean I'm gonna be heroic.
Broken down, shamed and betrayed. Came back up, blade with no name. I feel like changing the game. You're burn up, battle cries are in vain. Fight not for glory and fame. Vengeance cannot be contained. You'll learn too late, I became much more than just a blade with no name.
I'm like a colossus with no possible obstacle on earth to stop it. If you heard how my grandpa turned Xerxes' army